What's up, people? My name is Ike Chijuke Kingsley, aka Frank Kingsley. Some days ago, was it yesterday? I did show appreciation to my loved ones and family and strangers, people I don't even know. And I also explained my reasons for wanting to start a social media engagement platform, and it will be specifically discussing about trends and seeing how we can take out the positivity from those messages and trends and all that. As you can see right now, I'm very tired. I'm very tired because I went to play football around 11 p.m. and the time right now should be around 1 a.m. in the morning and 2 a.m. in the morning. So I'm very tired, guys. But we have to do this right now because in the next 1 hour or two, I should be going to bed. So I know a lot of you guys must have heard about so many trends on the social media platform. But today we'll be discussing about one that touches my heart. Whenever I think about it, it pains me a lot, and I wouldn't want to go gossiping about this story because I believe the family in quote should be going through a lot right now. The children of this woman should be going through a lot right now, but we have to extract the positivity from this sad story, and the positivity should be going. I think it's going to help people like women who happens to be in a marriage that is filled with domestic violence. And my message for you, if you happen to find yourself in such situation as this, I am not a marriage expert. I've never been married before, but I had the opportunity to see my mom and my dad when I was growing up, and I also had the opportunity to stay with my auntie and my in-law for quite a long time. And during that period, I experienced a lot. I experienced what it means to be in a marriage, and regardless of not knowing yourself too much before the marriage, we are able to make the marriage work more than people who happen to know themselves for quite a long time. And that also goes to my dad and my mom. I grew up seeing my dad and my mom. I never, in any time in my life, saw my dad raising his hands on my mom. I never, for once. I can never tell you that I ever saw that once. It was impossible to believe. And growing up, finding out that there is a thing called domestic violence, I respected my dad a lot because sometimes, women can say a lot of things. They can be harsh, they can be uncontrollable, and they are likely to say things that would trigger your anger. Okay, but my dad was something else. Okay, he was something else. And now, what I'm going to say to you right now is, if you happen to find yourself in a marriage that happens to be filled with violence, and you don't know what to do, probably your decision could be that you want to stay in that marriage because of your children, and you want them to have the ability to go to school and get the financial support of which you've been getting from your husband. But what I would advise you right now is, it depends as to what you yourself think on a personal basis. I think if I begin to tell you do this, do that, do this, do that, I think it's not going to work, because you have to find yourself. You have to take a break. Take a break from that marriage. Take a break. I don't want to say what is the level of the domestic violence. No amount of domestic violence is good enough, I think. So you should find yourself. Find yourself and realize what you truly want. You find yourself, you get the time to meditate, you get the time to meet people who happen to have been in such situation as you, maybe in the past. And by meeting such people, you will extract one or two information from them, and by getting those information, you are piling those information because you want to be able to make the best decision out of those times of which you've been extracting information from people. So take your time, take a break. Once you take a break, you think about it. You know what you want. If your decision is to stay in a marriage, you list your reasons. If your reasons is because you don't want people to say or people to talk, people will talk, even when you're in the marriage, even when you end up dying and as a result of domestic violence. So people will still talk. So the most important thing you should understand is marriage is not for better for worse, like they always let you understand, or in sickness and in health we can understand that, but not till like the story of sister osinachi. It hurts me, it's painful to get to hear stories as such. So what I will tell you right now is, if you find yourself in a relationship that is toxic and that is filled with a lot of domestic violence, what you have to do is take a break, reflect, meditate, and by the end of the day, you will find out that you've been able to come out with a very good decision. And that decision, I believe, should go a long way to helping you resolve the problems. And the reason for this again is that don't forget that we all have just one life, and we have a limited time to stay in this universe. And while you're here, you deserve to be happy. You don't have to spend a lengthy period of time thinking about things that is beyond your comprehension. And that is why I would advise you to take a break. Take a break from that marriage. Even if you have children, you can take your children, you can move away from the house. You can take your children and you go to your auntie's house, you can go to your family's house, and you stay there and you reflect and you meditate. And don't let anyone deceive you and tell you don't have to live the marriage, you have to be the marriage, you have to be an example to other women. I think those such advice, I think, is entirely wrong, because right now people should learn to understand that some certain situations can never be remedied, regardless of the amount of religious scriptures you use to back that up. So you should understand that what you should do is, like I mentioned initially, you have to take a break, you have to reflect, you have to meditate, and think about the best possible decision you have to take. So, as for the men who happen to love to hit their women, I believe that in the future, some rules should be implemented to protect to protect women, because I think it is very important that these such rules should be implemented in the Nigerian society, and not just Nigerian society, I think Africa. And because when you see a woman, you see a child, and that is why you see most times when a child have a problem, the first person they run to is their mom. Okay, and regardless of how many times your mom gets to discipline you, you end up finding out that she did that out of love and all that. So women are very, very important, and they don't deserve, or they don't need our permission. They don't need anyone's permission to coexist. Actually, everyone deserves to be part of the living. So what I'm trying to say right now is, you have the decision. Empower yourself by getting the kind of information, the needed information that would enlighten you on the steps you have to take. So like I stated, please, guys, I don't want to take this video too far because I have to rest for a bit, then I can go to bed, because I think it's already late over here. And guys, I would appreciate that if you like, share, and probably share your opinions, because by sharing your opinions, it will go a long way in helping improving the way I tend to analyze most of these issues, because I don't like gossiping about things I don't know. If you watch, you would see I never spoke about what the man did, because I cannot be able to explain, I cannot be able to comprehend. So now this is where I would call it a day, and I hope you all have a nice time. Bye.